Here we are, we're 6:06. Bird's opening. It's happening. Bird's opening is happening. It's time to go. We got to get it going. Knight f3. All right, this is classic. Okay, he's going with the hippo. We'll just play e4. We're just going to take more and more of the center. Yeah, this is honestly important to mention. Like, if you're under 1,000 or if you're under 1,500 and you're watching these videos, normally those games, those positions that you see in which I'm playing blitz are not going to be relevant to you. Like, those are good for like supplementary learning, but yeah, I'm thinking about it now. This whole speed run is going to show you way more positions that are actually relevant. Pretty much, if your opponent just does something like this and completely ignores the center, just try to get as many pawns in the center as possible, especially just try to get these four. All right, so he played here. We could just take this pawn, though. Yeah, I'll just take a critical pawn. This guy's in Turkey. It's really late. It's really late in Turkey, though. I think it's like 3 a.m. What's he doing up so late? It's time to go. All right, we're going to play c3. Yeah, this is, yeah, this just looks like a winning position already, honestly. All right, he wants to take and ruin the structure. I don't think even that wouldn't be a problem, really. But it would be nicer to anticipate it. Let's play bishop f4. Just defending the knight. If he wants to take, I'll take back. I guess then he could play queen h4 and win this pawn. Yeah, honestly, that's a little bit tricky. But okay, here we're just going to keep developing. Bishop d3. Still absolutely nothing to worry about. Going to castle next. Have a fantastic center here. Yeah, this has turned into like a pseudo-From's gambit. He ended up trading off my f-pawn for his d and e pawns, but he's not getting anywhere close to the normal activity that he would. Yeah, this is a great position for white. I'm wondering what my goals are for this video. I guess my goal would be to get to like 625. 625, 650 maybe. We'll castle here. Definitely around the 7 and 800s, these games are going to really slow down, and I'm going to have to really, like, just really slow down to beat people. Because it's, like, already just with this guy, he's taking his time. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy, not going to be simple. Right as I say that, though, I realize this position is pretty simple, but bro is taking his time, so I'm going to give him some respect, and I'm going to assume it's not going to be simple and not going to be easy. Yeah, so this is interesting. Like, we built a beautiful structure here, but that means that my knight can't get out the normal way. We're going to have to go via d2 over to c4. That would be very nice, though, because from there we could trade off their bishop. Yeah. It's getting hot in Argentina. I'll tell you that much. It's getting very warm here in Argentina. There. I don't know what that's about, though. This knight is not well placed, right? It's blocking his bishop and his knight. If he takes here, I'll take back. What am I doing? I could take here. That's a crazy move. Okay, honestly, I don't need to do that. I could just move my knight out of the way, and then he takes, I take with the rook, and that's great. But I think taking here works. If he takes with the king, we just take with discovery. If he takes with the rook, I play bishop c4, and how is he going to defend that? Yeah, I don't see how he's going to defend that. Takes, rook takes. If we take there, then he's going to trade rooks first. That's not what we want. So what are we going to do instead? We're going to play bishop c4 for a pin. There are some huge threats in that position. I think that wins. Okay, I think that wins, but I don't know that that wins. Honestly, that's a really tricky position. He has some resources there. That's a little bit crazy. Let's just play knight c4. Let's get the knight out of the way. If he takes, I'll take back with the rook. Still got my healthy center. This is a far simpler way to convert the game. All right, we're just hanging around here. Takes, we'll take with the rook. Just chilling out. Look at these great pawns. People mock the bird, but yeah, when you take both of your opponent's central pawns with your f-pawn, you just got left with a brilliant center. Look at this brilliant center, man. Let's play e5, lock the knight out. Knight's not getting out today, pal. Now we have ideas of bishop h7 and queen h5. Welcome to the Greek gift, pal. It's time to go. This looks like a disaster, honestly. Okay, so there. I think if we take, check there, and rook h4, we have huge threats, but maybe he can get out with f6. Yeah, that position still looks a little bit complicated. I could play knight e3. Yeah, we could definitely play knight e3. He plays queen g5, and then we play queen f3. I don't know what he's accomplished there. Yeah, let's just play knight e3. Knight might come into the action, but more than that, I'm just getting the knight away from this tension. I'm still waiting for the right time to go for the sacrifice. Or if we're not going to go for the sacrifice, we could just play queen h5 to threaten mate that way, and if they play g6, the queen wiggles into h6. This is a disaster. When he plays this, that means he can never play g6 with the f-pawn defending it. Yeah, this is definitely going to be over now. Man, I got the AC blasting in here. This is, it's honestly getting a little chilly. It's getting like that Arctic cold guy. All right, I'm just going to take here. Takes, we're going to take and then play for checkmate. This looks great. Really, nothing to even discuss here. We're slowly inching up to 800s. This was a legitimate game, though. Like, even here in the 600s, they're giving legitimate fights. One of the beautiful things about Argentina is that I can stay working until like 11 p.m. Okay, this guy just left. Yeah, but to be clear, just to show you guys, if they take, we'll take back. And checkmate. Really nice game, honestly. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, playing Yumo. Umoma stinks. Who is Umoma? The big question is that Belgium? I think that is Belgium. Nice. Nice. Belgium is a tricky one. B4. Oh, this isn't gonna help me. I don't I don't want to play against B4. But okay, this is actually important. Yeah, if you play against B4, the best way to handle it is just don't even try to hold on to your center pawn. This is one of those situations in which breaking the rules is actually a good thing because when they take this pawn, their bishop is going to be very loose here. We're gonna get knight c6 with the tempo. This is a very good position. So that's a very bad move. He pushed this b pawn. He spent all this time trying to get his bishop out, and now he just gifted it to me on a silver platter. I assume his idea is that he wants to play d4 at some point, so that's what he's intending if I play bishop c5. I feel bishop a5 is probably a better move then, because now if he plays d4, it's not coming with tempo. My bishop keeps its sights on c3. There. So this is interesting. If I play bishop b6, he plays d4. That isn't even a problem. We could even play c5 there, but even so, I don't want the bishop pointing into concrete like that so soon. Let's play knight c6. I'm waiting him out. I hope he plays d4. Then I could take with my queen. Sneaky trick using this pin. Bro should play e3 here. e4. Interesting. I'll just castle. I'm getting way ahead in development. Is he going to try bishop b5? Bishop b5 is a sneaky move. He wants to take and then win the bishop. But yeah, this is interesting. So look at this. Guys, I want you to look at this position and try to figure out what to do. He's wasted a lot of time. His knight isn't on f3, meaning he's a bit away from castling. In this type of position, these pawns are very weak, and queen g6 is a very strong idea to hit these two. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble now. And the other thing is because his queen is far away, because his queen is not on d1, now when I take on g2, he cannot defend this rook with queen f3. Yeah, this is a disaster. I could have also taken on e4, actually. That would also be completely winning. But this looks way simpler. I'm just winning a rook here. It's time for bro to throw in the towel, man. It's time to go. Takes? Okay, I'll take... Actually, wait. If I take back, I'm missing out on this. Let's just take even more material. I'm literally just taking everything. I'm taking the whole house. All right, we'll play rook e8. Just start developing. I'm playing up 2 rooks. Okay, bro is trying to get rid of my queen. Bro's being a little sneaky. Actually, though, why am I averse to that, though? I'm up 2 rooks. I don't know why I'm averse to that. Bishop f5. This ain't looking good, champ. Okay, we're going to play check. He's going to play king c2, and now rook b4. Hopefully he plays king c1, and now this is checkmate. Perfect. Yeah, that was a very smooth game. All right, we got another bird. 625, getting up there. Hopefully I can get to 650 by the end of this video. You know, I'm only gaining 10 points now per game, so it's, yeah, this is about to get a lot slower. All right, this is interesting. So this is the Ganguly recommendations. This is by far... So he was supposed to play g6. If he plays g6, that's a lot more testing. We're going to play bishop b5 here, go for the chop. Here we could definitely go for the chop. I think it's actually best because in this type of position, if they advance this only one square, this is very different from them advancing two squares. If they only advance one square, once they put their bishop here, our bishop is very silly. And the reason for that is that if we take, they can just take back and their bishop is going to have a clear advantage because they haven't put a pawn on this d5 square. So we should take here. All right, we're going to castle. What am I missing? Aren't I just winning a pawn here? I don't know what that was. Yeah, we just took a pawn. Just took a pawn, got 2 free pawns in the center for the deal for our f-pawn, and not to mention, he's left with these really isolated weaknesses on c6 and c5. Queen f3 looks really good. Because queen f3, if they take, we take here and we win more material. Yeah. I'm going to go for that. That looks great. And I feel like he's not going to be able to resist the bait. You know, e5 looks hanging. Yeah. What could I say? Call me Birdstradamus. This is going to get really bad now. If he blocks with the bishop, we take the rook with check. If he blocks with the knight, I take the rook, and I'm hitting the bishop, which is hanging. Okay. Yeah, dude is in a lot of trouble now. Let's play knight c3. These pieces are backed up here. He can't even try to muster any counterplay now. I guess he could try to play knight g4 to make some threats, but then I could play knight d5 check. King e6, that's a good try. What should we play here? Let's play d4. I just want to open up the board, right? I'm happy to sacrifice the pawn back to get rid of this e and d pawn so that now my rooks can shoot at his king down the d and e files. This is definitely a worthy goal. All right, king h1. This looks fine. His bishop is pinned to this rook. If the bishop moves, I'm just going to take the rook. All right, knight g4. Bro's trying to play knight f2. Yeah, knight f2 would be a bit dangerous, but no, I mean, ultimately, yeah, even if he plays knight f2, I'll just give away my rook. His king ultimately is on e6. It doesn't matter. There. That's actually very sneaky, because look at that. If I take here, he's going to play for checkmate with queen g1. Don't worry, guys. Don't get alarmed, because I still got this in the bag. But this is honestly going to get a little tricky. Let's start with a check here. I'm asking his king where it's going. Yeah, this is complicated business. Now here we have a double check. That definitely works. The double check definitely works. I'm wondering if there's anything better though. Double check, king g6, I take. He takes my queen, I take here. I'm just up a rook. That seems really, really simple, but I'm wondering, like, I always want to get the most for my money. We could play bishop g3, actually. Bishop g3 is crafty. Yeah, bishop g3 is super crafty because if they play king g6, now I am covering f2. I mean, why am I complicating it, though? Let's just play bishop e5. Just go for a double check. He can't interpose with the knight. There, well, no, that's not good. I'm taking the queen. Nice. All right, we're up to 636. Getting up there, e4. Please, could we get a bird's defense? Bishop c4, okay, we got an Italian. Gonna go with d5. They're gonna take, and I'm gonna play knight d4. Now, up until now, we haven't seen c3. I think they played knight c3 last game. Most people don't know this knight d4 move. This is a very classic blunder. Once you guys start playing knight d4, you're gonna see this all the time. We take here, they're gonna get a fork, and then we get this counter fork that's deadly. Yeah, believe it or not, black is already just completely winning here. In this position, so what I remember, you could take the bishop and that's good, but taking this pawn is even better. Because once you take this pawn, you're threatening their rook. Now we have ideas of knight f3. We play queen e4 check in this position. If they play queen e2, we can at least win the queen. Probably, though, I'm hoping they play bishop e2, and now we get checkmate. That's a really, really nice checkmate. Yeah, not to toot my own horn, guys. I do really want to emphasize, guys, this is very interesting. Once you get this position, if you do want to play my repertoire involving this knight move to d4, then it's really important to remember what to do against d6. If you remember this whole line that I just showed you with queen takes, knight takes, and queen c6, you're going to win a lot of games. I'm going to have to double check the statistics, but from what I understand, in like 50% of games, they throw in d6. And after you take here, some of them might realize the danger. I think like 5% realize the danger and quickly avert course with something like castles, and they're still okay here. But most people take, and then you play queen c6, you're hitting the bishop and the pawn. Even if you lose the rook, you're going to take here, and this is a disaster for them. You're winning back material, and their king is super weak. All right, let's keep it going. 647. Man, I'm gaining points still really quickly. It's only been like 20 minutes. Playing Treebeard the first. That's cool. Okay, f4, e6. Why have I been kicked? Why did I fail our... What? They just kicked me. All right, I got kicked for whatever reason. I'm going to send them a message. Yeah, maybe... I don't know what the deal is. Like, they marked my account as a speedrun account, but now they're kicking me. So I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's the video. I made it to 647, and yeah, it's time to go.